Okay, so clearly there is still a lot of focus on the heartbreak with the Three of Swords. I also think that this is going to be the reason why the relationship isn't going to move any further. I do think, though, that you do try to see things differently, but I also think that there is a part of you that feels like you have sacrificed a lot of yourself. And I think that you're seeing that now because everything here is indicating that you feel like it's time to go your own way. But this person, I feel like, is reaching out to you, but to no avail. But because of the Three of Swords and them coming in with the High Priestess, I think that whatever it was that they have been keeping is what caused the heartbreak. And I don't think that you're going to be emotionally responsive to this person anymore. So, Gemini. Okay, let me just start from the beginning here. The King of Swords coming through. I think that for a lot of you, that's going to be you, whether you're male or female. But we're looking at things in a way where we're no longer emotionally attached to what has happened in the past. We are trying to make decisions that are clear and concise, not wrapped up in the emotions surrounding this person. But I also think that there is a part of you that is emotionally detached from this person because they may have been keeping something from you with the High Priestess. I mean, them coming in with that is like very clearly saying that they have not been exactly open about certain things that have been going on with them. And what bothers me is that I think that they knew that it was going to cause a problem because of the heartbreak that is the overall here. And like I said, with the Hangman, this is, besides being in a place where you don't really know what to do, I think that you are trying really hard to see a different perspective when it comes to dealing with this person, especially if there's somebody who is emotionally mature because of the Page of Cups. But when it comes to their communication with you, I think that it gives you pause almost. And we can't, it's like, this is not something that we can easily progress past, okay? And I think that you have every right to come into this wanting to remove yourself from this person emotionally. Now, with the King of Swords, though, you could be looking at this person this way too, like they had no consideration for your emotions and did something here that they tried to kind of keep. But because of the emotions that are going on with them, I really do think that this is showing how you're coming into this. Whether you're dealing with male, female, another air sign, or a water sign for that matter. But yeah, the Hangman, I get the feeling of I've sacrificed a lot of myself. And I think that you're being put in a place where you don't really know how to move forward. But they are still, I think, trying to communicate to you, or at least trying to get you to open up. But I also think, like I said before, you're dealing with somebody who is very emotionally immature because they didn't even take into consideration how that might affect you by them keeping something from you. And with judgment coming out of that, I think that a lot of you are kind of like reviewing everything in the relationship and realizing now why certain things happened. You understand what I'm saying? So like you have these secrets that are coming out. It's causing this kind of heartbreak. You're having to emotionally remove yourself so that you can see now why they did this, why they said that. And it's like, it's all clear now. But we're also trying to kind of like make peace with it and close the door. But with the Ten of Cups on their side, I think that what they're trying to communicate to you is that they want to have this overall happiness, but because of the action that was taken in the past, that is what's making you look at the situation in like its totality almost. I mean, this is huge, huge. Now I understand why they said this. Now I understand why they did that. And it's okay now. I want to make peace with this, but I also need to move on. And again, with the Hermit, right? When you get to the 9, we're done. We just need to wrap up the loose ends here so that we can get to the completion. But this is looking back on everything. and everything that you've experienced, you're already doing that with judgment, but in a way that you're understanding why certain events took place with this person now that the truth is out, so to speak. But like I said, with the Knight of Pentacles, this isn't something that we can easily progress past. And I think that despite the fact that they want to have an overall happy ending with you, that is not what they're going to get. Not based on what you are seeing and understanding about what you experienced from this person. And if it ends in a painful way, it's, you know, it's because they weren't open and honest. These are things that should have been revealed, or things that should have been like talked about, rather than somebody like bottling things up. And then the Ace of Pentacles. And, you know, I think that for you, this is going to be about a new beginning for you on your own because of the Hermit being there. And I think that what you're looking for is something that's going to be a little bit more realistic. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like holding the cards right in your face. Okay. This bothers me because I'm looking at this going, okay, this relationship is coming to an end in a really difficult way. But I think that because you're reflecting on everything that's happened, you feel like the swords are in your back or in your heart, so to speak, because they're the ones coming in with something that needs to be brought to the surface or revealed. They needed to complete something out. And I think what they're trying to show you is that, well, this situation is over with. We've gotten closure on this. I'm in better control, or at least from their perspective, they think they are. But with the Nine of Swords, they're starting to go back and realize that maybe the action that they did was very, very wrong. Very wrong. They should have been open and honest and expressed these emotions in a very different way. And trying to pull you back in an emotional way is not the best move, because you're seeing things from a very big picture when it comes to, you know, everything that's happened with this relationship. And this bothers me, and I look at this and I think, well, you know, that's what you get. You know, you don't come into a relationship keeping things hidden or keeping things secret. Now, with the Ten of Cups, though, that could be, you know, what maybe going on with this person. Maybe they have, you know, family responsibilities. Some of you may have been dealing with a married person or somebody who was in another relationship. You know, it just depends on what the situation is. But that higher calling with Judgment is telling you that it's time to, you know, take a different path away from this person now. You know, your forward progression is on your own or somewhere else, not here. But this is not something that you expected to come to an end in this way, I don't think. But, you know, if anybody should have to feel the pain, they should. You know, they let things get out of control, even though they thought that they were getting closure on certain issues or getting control over a situation or ending a chapter in their life. But they can't just pull you in then, if they should have been honest in the first place. So now with your Hermit, first of all, with the Two of Pentacles here, we're talking about we're still keeping this situation going, you know, because the hope there is that, you know, there's going to be an end to this chapter, right? But in a successful way. But unfortunately, they may not be taking the right steps, or they thought that they were. But for you, I don't think that, you know, this is something you want to keep going anymore. And with the Five of Pentacles, I think that you move into a place where it's like that's fine. You think that, you know, you're getting control, but you let the situation get out of control, and you're in a place where you just don't have anything to give. Like, I can't believe that you have taken from me in this way. That's what I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, besides rejecting them. And they certainly can't come off with this whole my way or the highway type of situation either. And they can't act like that toward you. But this Ace of Pentacles, this is about a new beginning for you that is more realistic, that's worth putting in the effort and making progress toward, not trying to progress with this still kind of like overshadowing everything. And I think that, you know, for them, it's going to leave them in a place where they're going to be left to think about it. And I look at that and think that, well, that's what you get. You know, and I always, and I've been saying this a lot, I always try to give the other person the benefit of the doubt, but coming in like that and that being the overall, it's no wonder why you removed yourself emotionally from them. You know, even if they just were hiding their feelings, And if they communicate it to you in a way that hurts, it's going to make you look back at everything and realize that this isn't where you want to be. But it's interesting to me, the Ten of Cups being there. You know, I almost feel like they could have had a really good situation with you, but they completely wasted it. So, first of all, with soulmate, as far as that goes, technically anybody can be your soulmate because we're all connected. But it remains to be seen here on whether or not you feel like this is an actual, you know, good soulmate connection, or if this is one of those soulmates that comes in to push you back on the right course. So I think that a lot of you are coming from a place where you are single right now, but I think that somebody may be wanting to try to get back together with you, and I think that emotionally you may want to give in to them, but strength is like, I'm trying to find the strength not to do this. And I say that because of the Five of Swords. The Three of Cups is going to be about mending the broken heart here. This is like getting back together after a breakup, right? But I don't know that you want to just so easily give in. With the Five of Swords, this is about overcoming feelings of inadequacy. And with Temperance, we're talking about slowly letting the passion build back up. But I really think that you're coming from a place where you're not so, you know, ready to give in to this person. It's not going to be that easy. Because if you felt like you weren't good enough, then, you know, why are you coming back and wanting to, like, fix this situation? But I feel like there's an emotional attachment on your part, though, for this person. But like I said, with Temperance, we're not being too quick to do anything here. We just want to, like, chill out and let things build on their own. But with the Nine of Pentacles, we're talking about, you know, kind of getting involved here where you're not really in a relationship, but you are. And somebody is, you know, obsessed. They want to keep the connection and they'll take it any way they can get it here. But another person is like, I don't really want to call this a relationship. And I feel like it's you. But the other person, I think, is having a hard time letting go. And this is why you're like trying to hold back from them. But clearly they're trying to make something happen here with the Magician. This, I have to wonder if you're not dealing with a person who's being a little bit too pushy here and like wanting to make something happen with you. But I don't know that you really want to be in like a committed relationship with them. But because they pull on your heart, so to speak, I think that, you know, there is a part of you that gives in a way. But I don't think that you're happy about it. Nor do I think that you're looking at it like we're actually in a relationship, but they may be trying to push you to say that it is. Because with the Ten of Swords here, something has ended in a way, I mean, you know, something has ended in a way that was not very good between you and this person. And that's something that I don't think that you can get past, especially with the Five of Swords being there. But like I said, with Temperance, we're just kind of like letting things build up to a certain point. But the other person here isn't, they're pushing it. They're pushing it and they're trying to control what happens. So with the Ten of Cups, though, this is where I feel like, you know, this person may be realizing that they wasted something that they could have had with you, a situation that would have been, you know, otherwise very happy. But, you know, this is about one person who thinks everything is fine, the other person doesn't, and they're like stepping out. You know, and the other person has no idea that their partner is not as happy as they are. And I feel like that is where you are coming from. You are happy. And it's like, well, what the hell? Why did it come to an end? And clearly it's, as far as you're concerned, it's over. Like it's over in a way where we can't get past the pain, but because of, you know, the emotional attachment, I think it's hard for you to hold back. And you get involved in like this weird relationship with them, but it's not a relationship. But they're pushing you to make something happen here. But the thing is can you get past this feeling like you weren't good enough, right? Having to deal with the relationship coming to an end the way that it did. But yet there is a part of you that's like not going one way or the other here. So I would say to you, Gemini, you know, you may feel like this is a soulmate connection, But if you are happy and they weren't, and they destroyed your world, then maybe we need to look at, what kind of a soulmate connection this actually was. Instead of trying to repair things, maybe we need to look at like the lesson that's been learned, especially if somebody's like being pushy about it, And if this is you, right, we can flip the script on this. If this is you coming out and pushing this person to make something happen here, I think that this is something that you just need to let be over with for you. Oh boy. Oh my goodness, Gemini. So you coming into this with the Queen of Swords, this person has pissed you off. They did something that hurt you, and it's not that easy for you to forget. You are still focused on it. But with the King of Cups there is love, there is romance, there are emotions that are playing into this. Some of you may be dealing with a water sign here. Oh my God. The Queen of Cups, though, moving out of that, and then looking at the Knight of Cups, this is somebody who wants to have another emotional encounter with you because they still very much feel love for you. And I think that, again, there's a part of you emotionally that is being pulled on. It's like your heart's being pulled on here. But with the Two of Swords, we're not having it. We are not having it because somebody needs to make something right before it's too late with that Nine of Wands. You may feel like you didn't really fix the situation here. So, I love you, but I don't know that I can accept either an apology or accept an offer here to, move this relationship forward, right? And it makes me wonder what the red flags are here in this situation. Because, if they can't fix the problem, then maybe that is the red flag. But clearly here, you're not accepting something, but there's still an encounter that is happening between the two of you on an emotional level here with this Knight of Cups. And it's pulling on you, because you come into this like torn almost between your hate for what they did and then your love for them, though, too. We need to clear things up. We need to clear things up, and we need to be done with all of that with judgment. The Five of Cups coming in, this is about somebody who's needing to apologize for something. And the thing is they may be coming to you in a way that's like expressing love. And, they're expressing it in a way that they know is going to pull on you in an emotional way. But the thing is they can't play innocent this time. And with the Knight of Pentacles and even with the Two of Cups, this is like, I could accept this if I wanted to, but I don't really need you. And I don't really need it. But if you're going to move forward on this, this may be the consideration here of maybe hearing them out. But we need to clear some shit up. They can't just come in. You can't say, I love you and fix everything. There you go. But judgment would be a good indicator here that if you guys are able to clear out the things that have happened between the two of you that have made you so angry, that maybe things can move forward. But somebody needs to get in here and fix something before it is too late, with that Nine of Wands being there. Otherwise, we can't move forward. And I feel like this is, you can't say I love you and fix a situation. But then what are the red flags here? But I think that's going to have to do with this person's personality and the way that they approach you, the way that they talk to you, especially if you feel like they're trying to manipulate you emotionally. Although I'm not really seeing that here, but I think that they know how to communicate to you in a way that draws you in. But I don't think that they realize that, they caused you some hurt, some pain here with the Queen of Swords.